In this lesson, we're going to add the finishing touches to the Poppy Shop logo. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is kind of scale this green circle up over time instead of just starting with it already being that size. So I'm going to just come in right here at the very beginning, unlock that, select it, hit the S key to bring up its scale, and we're going to do the same little 10 frame scale up that we've been doing for all of these. So I'll hold shift, hit page down, we'll pull that forward. Let's go back about 3 frames. We'll turn that up to a 105 and then back to the beginning and turn that down to a 0. And then I'll just select those and easy ease them. I just use F9, but you can use a different method if you choose to, if you go through the animation menu. I'm also going to turn on motion blur for that. And I think I'll also have the flower pop open the same way at the same time. So I'm going to select all of those scale keys, hit Control C, and let's go into our flower mark and hit Control V. So those are going to pop on at the same time. Great. Now let's jump back out to our main Poppy Shop comp. And let's just watch this through all the way. Now it's definitely too long, so we can also decide exactly how long we want it to last for once everything is in place. Because you don't want it just to continue on for 20 or 30 more seconds. You might, but I don't want to watch it for that long. Okay. Now it looks like we're not getting the motion blur coming through because of our motion blur not being turned on here. So we'll want to turn that on. Good little thing to notice. And I'll just RAM preview that again. Great. So I think probably right in here around 6 seconds is a great time to say that that's enough. So we can just scrub to that 6 second mark, hit the N key to trim the work area back down to where the current time indicator is, then right click and actually choose trim comp to work area. And then our comp's only going to last for that long, so we don't have to worry about it being so extensive. Okay, one last thing that I want to change is to add a nice little vignette here. So I'm going to come up to layer, go to new solid, and let's just add a black solid on top of everything, and we're just going to add a mask that can give us this vignette. So we'll want to grab our ellipse tool, and I'm just going to start in the very top upper left hand corner and then draw down to the very bottom lower right hand corner. That created a mask for me on that black solid. Then I'll invert that, and we'll go into our mask options and turn up our feather and maybe do a little bit of a mask expansion there so we don't get it coming in quite so far. Now, if you don't like the shape of the mask, you can maybe come in, and if you want maybe a little bit more of it to be on the top, you want your oval to be even more oblong, you could come in and edit that shape a bit. Great. So I think that's looking really nice. We've got a beautiful animation for that logo. And then we can just go back to our Poppy Shop comp anytime we want to look at that again here in our project panel. So you can see that everything that we created for the Poppy Shop was put into this folder aside from any of the solids or nulls that we made. So you can see that Poppy Shop is right there. That's the comp we're in now. And now we're actually going to move on to a new logo animation that you haven't seen the logo for yet either. And that is going to be in our next lesson. And we'll be working with that city and the deep dish pizza. So come back in the next lesson and we're going to start a whole new logo animation and use some other techniques that we haven't really gone over yet, and even bring a little bit of 3D into it. So stick around and we'll be starting that next logo animation in the next lesson.